Hey everybody, let me be the first to apologize that I have not kept up with the pace of classes that you're used to. Just been a lot going on. I'm going to make it up to you in the next coming weeks though. I do want to put this class together for you. It is the power of sleep. It is the most important or most crucial aspect of healing when it comes to really any condition because there's so much that happens while you're asleep. The whole saying of, well, I'll sleep when I'm dead. Well, if you don't sleep, you're going to be dead a whole lot sooner. So just keep that in mind as we go through this. But upcoming, this is what I got in the works. This is what I'm working on right now. Number one, I am working on a digital peripheral neuropathy course. I do not plan to charge for this particular course. It is multiple videos and it is suggestions on things to buy off of Amazon to help you with peripheral neuropathy. So that course is going to be the first one that's going to get launched. And I was hoping to have it done by this week because it's my 15-year anniversary of finishing chemo. And when I had neuropathy, and that's really what inspired that one to come. But it'll be done here in the next week or so, and y'all will know when I launch it. Number two, I am working on a diabetes course, a specific nutrition plan for diabetes. I will do a class specifically on these two topics. The diabetes course, I haven't decided if I'm going to charge for that one yet. But if I do, it won't be much, and I'll probably do an introductory for it where it's really cheap, but still get something out of it. And then lastly, we will have a how to detox your kitchen course, which I will put together. My plan for this one is to actually shoot videos in my kitchen, right in my pantry, and just going through what you guys can do to get rid of some of those toxic sources in your kitchens. For people that are part of our Metabolic Reset program, it will be free. For people who aren't, there will be a small fee to buy that particular course. So that's what's coming up. So we got all that in the works, so you can look forward to that very soon. But for right now, let's talk about why sleep matters. Here's the big reason. This is when your body repairs its tissues and synthesizes or makes proteins. It all happens while you're sleeping. When you get a good deep sleep, you actually have molecules that will clean out your brain, detoxify your brain. You'll have a stem cell response that'll actually help your own stem cells will start to repair your own body, and you're going to make proteins during this time. So if you're into fitness, you want to improve your numbers, you want to improve your physique, you got to sleep because that's when you're going to make muscle, stronger cartilage, etc. Growth hormone is released while you're asleep during deep sleep. So if you're not getting enough sleep, you are not getting enough growth hormone, and that's going to stop. And when you don't have enough growth hormone, that's going to stop all the other processes from happening. And sleep is absolutely essential for healing from any chronic illness. So whether it's weight loss or if it's peripheral neuropathy or diabetes, or I don't really care what the condition is that we're trying to heal our bodies from, if you don't sleep, it's not going to happen. So I got some tips for you here that is going to help you. Tip number one is to shut your screens off before bed, an hour before bed or more. Turn them off completely. Go to paper books, like even Kindle. Like you just don't want electronics an hour to 2 hours before bed. The blue light that's coming off of these things is actually disrupting your melatonin production through your optic nerve that terminates in your brainstem. So if you're not making melatonin, you're not going to get deep sleep. And there's a big argument out there about whether supplementing with melatonin is good for you or not. There are some people that say you shouldn't. There are some people that you should say we're not doing enough. I will say this, it is a hormone. And when you take exogenous hormones, your body will shut down its own natural production of whatever that hormone is, and melatonin is no different. That being said, keep in mind, I take it occasionally myself. If I feel like I'm wound up, or if I've gotten back from a trip and I'm trying to reset my system, I will take a melatonin on occasion. If you don't have your screens in front of you, it's going to be easier to fall asleep, and you will have a deeper, more restful sleep. Tip number two is to drink no caffeine after 2 p.m. if you're in this world and you don't know that caffeine is a stimulant, I don't know what to tell you. Caffeine is a stimulant that it drives your adrenal glands to pump out more cortisol. And if you're doing that late in the day, you're going to wind yourself up. So I say no caffeine after 2. Doing that will help you fall asleep quicker and get you better quality of sleep. Number 3 is to cool and filter your air. Now, in the wintertime, it's a lot easier. Excuse me. It's a lot easier here in Idaho because it's cold outside. We'll actually crack our windows right before bed. Just let the temperature in the room fall. We'll do that in the summertime as well, but when it really gets hot, we will use our AC more than normal right before bed just to get the temperature down. Optimal temperature is 60 to 67 degrees in the room that you're sleeping in, or as my dad used to say, that's good sleeping weather. But we do filter our air to reduce allergens. We have an air filter that actually sits in our room. It sits on the dresser in our room. I will put a link in the description to the actual one that we use. Pretty inexpensive, came off of Amazon, but it does help clean out some of those pathogens. And if you look at the side of the machine where the air gets sucked in, it's pretty gross how much gets stuffed in there that you just don't see. And if you're not filtering your air, your body then becomes the filter, and that becomes problematic. So better temperature regulation, cleaner air is going to help you sleep deeper. Tip number 4, get rid of as much light as possible. If you can black out your room, even better. We have blackout curtains. Turn off or cover your electronic displays. Use a sleep mask. Get your phones in the other room. In fact, I think I forgot to put another tip in here, which is to turn off your Wi-Fi router at night to decrease the emissions from your actual routers. You can turn your phones onto airplane mode to shut that down as well. But putting the phone in the other room is very helpful. But by doing this with light, you're signaling your body it's time to sleep and get longer and deeper sleep. This is when the air filter in the room actually becomes problematic for me, because the particular model that we use has a green light on top of it. And if I'm not sleeping well, that thing will actually bug me. So I'll go unplug it. So that's the only time it really becomes a problem, is just the green light. Again, if you're having light in the room, you're not going to produce much melatonin. If you do that, you're not going to sleep as well. This next one is non-toxic sheets. Your skin is your biggest organ in your body, and if you're sleeping in sheets that are full of fragrances and colors and other chemicals, you're not going to sleep in well. So if you're going to invest in your sleep system, we can talk about sheets and mattress covers that can be expensive, but not as expensive as replacing the entire mattress. Our favorite brand for these is Avocado, or as my kids will say, Avocado. Avocado brand sheets are great. I'll leave a link for those. Those are the ones that we prefer. If you're going to spend money, this is where I would start with an air filter first, and then sheets would be next on the list. We just replaced ours, and they are phenomenal. You really will sleep better going this direction. Number 6 is a non-toxic mattress. I met the guy from Romaines the other day. I feel bad saying this, but pretty sure those mattresses are not made from natural or organic materials. Again, Avocado is our brand of choice, which I will leave a link for. But when you're sleeping on a system that has natural and organic materials, you're going to sleep better. You have less toxins for your body to deal with. They're hypoallergenic, and frankly, they're comfortable. So in my entire career, it's been 18 years now, I used to say that mattress, just pick the one that's comfortable for you. I don't say that anymore, just because of this, the natural organic materials, and getting away from the chemicals that they use in the other ones has been super beneficial. Plus helps you regulate temperature better. Tip number 8 is wild. Hey, this is using mouth tape. I should have grabbed some from the bedroom, but we literally use a tape that goes over our mouths at night. And there's several reasons for doing this. If your mouth is closed, you're going to have to breathe through your nose. So yes, that's going to reduce snoring, but what that also does is, number one, when we are designed to sleep through our nose. So when we are in a parasympathetic state, in a resting state, We should be breathing in through your nose, out through. And think about it, when you need to calm down, what do? You take a deep breath, and it's going to come in from your nose. The air passages in your nose are designed to filter out dirty air. They're designed to humidify their air, and they're designed to cool the air. So when you're breathing through your mouth, you're in a sympathetic state. So you're in a fight or flight state. You're not going to sleep as well, and you're going to bypass all of the humidification, the filtering, etc. And it should go straight through your mouth. So just using mouth tape, it's pretty inexpensive. We use the Hostage brand tape is the one that we use. I'll leave a link for that as well in the description. I'm hooked on these things. I think they're phenomenal. I definitely don't know, or I don't sleep as well. Plus, a personal benefit for me is when I'm using mouth tape, I don't drool. So I don't wake up with drool on the pillow and have to flip the pillow. So I know that's a little gross and a little graphic, but the tape prevents me from that. I sleep better. So in conclusion, remember, quality of sleep is crucial for your overall health. You've got to figure out how to sleep if you really want to get a benefit from whatever program you're doing, or if you're doing one of our programs, it's going to help you a ton. And implementing these tips that we talked about, some of them are free, some of them aren't very expensive, but implementing them can greatly improve your quality of sleep. So start today. If you're going to go tonight, just cool the air before you go to bed. Turn all your electronic stuff off and just watch how much of a difference that makes. So notice in this video, I did not talk about when to eat, when to stop drinking, because that's all very personal depending on your age, etc. So as always, if y'all have any questions, have any comments, please don't hesitate to ask. Make sure you share this video. It helps me out a ton. Y'all are great. Nothing but love for you, and we'll see you on the next video. Thanks.